Guys, welcome back to another Bougie Bass Fishing video. Today I'm going to be talking about the bladed bait. What I like about the bladed bait is you can customize it. It gives you 3 rings. The first ring means it sinks down. When you pull it up, it's got less action. But the last one, the middle one's kind of just middle action, honestly. It looks like a crankbait that's just going up. The last one, though, it comes up like, no, it comes more up like this. And it's got a great action to it, in my opinion. I run a 1/2 ounce blade bait. And I do that just because I want to get to those fish quick. Like sometimes I'm fishing 30 feet of water, sometimes I'm fishing 5, I don't know. But I wanted to make this video because it is post-spawn season here in Michigan. And this kills them. It really does. They love it because guess what they're schooling up after? Bluegills. About that size. And when a bass locks onto something, trust me, it's not going to let go. So those 2 little hooks are enough. You don't need a massive treble hook on it. These 2 little tiny little treble hooks are fine, because if you get both of them in, that bait's not coming off unless you give them slack. I like to run I believe this is a Yo-Zuri bladed bait, just because I think they did a great job. I think it's built very well. It glides very smoothly. I'm already going to say that. I mean, it goes down like this. When you pull it up, it comes up perfectly. I'm almost going to say you could use this in the ice fishing season because it's got just the right amount of action for those finicky fish. But yet, if you work it right, you can get those aggressive fish. One quick tip about the bladed bait is when you got those fish biting it, and then they'll chase it a bit and you know what's happening, don't keep doing massive pulls up and down like how you should start. Just do a little pop, slow it down a bit, make sure those fish eat it, because they're just going to chase it until, well, you slow it down. I chose this color because in Michigan there's shad, but there's just not much of it in local lakes, but there's a lot of bluegill, and I feel like this represents a very bluegill approach. It's got the dot on it, it's got a nice blue silver belly, red eyes. I think it does do a great job. I've seen people, and I've said this in my past couple crankbait videos, if you're fishing for bass and you don't trust your treble hooks, please, God, switch them if you don't trust them. Because when you don't trust your stuff, you don't fish it how you think you should fish. You're going to fish it how everyone says and how it looks right. Or how you personally feel. So if these smaller treble hooks aren't working for you, I mean, switch them. Get a bigger one, get a smaller one. But for me, I think Yo-Zuri did a great job on the hooks. Pretty sturdy, pretty sharp. And the split rings are great. So I typically don't change, but when I do change, it's when I catch the occasional pike, and pike do typically bend out these smaller hooks. So I typically change when I catch pike by accident on this lure. This is a very good multi-species. Like, the bladed bait is one of the greater multi-species baits out there. Well, I'll just name them off. White bass, pike, any bass, honestly. And then in the ocean, this thing kills as well. So, I mean, you can just, it is one of those multi-species baits that you can really take anywhere and still get bit. So, that's what I like about this bait. The only downside of this bait is, as soon as if you're not, like, paying attention to how much line is going out, because this thing sinks very quick. Look how slim it is. That's a 1/2 ounce. So it dives very quickly. As soon as it gets in that grass, you're getting grass. There's no way you're getting it out. because it falls. Here, let me use some milk cards for an example here. It's falling, hits, and if you're not paying attention, there's still slack. Guess what it does? It just falls like that. Most of these treble hooks, since they're smaller, they're definitely going to be picking up those weeds. And from personal experience and from other YouTube guys saying that some weeds on your lure is really not going to affect it that much. But on a bait like this, when you're trying to really catch some of those finessey fish, you're going to scare them off if you have weeds on your bait. Thank you for listening and watching. Have a good day.